Okay, now we're going to look at some quadratics of which have a coefficient, so a number before the x squared. So let's start off with a question such as this. Right, so as of present you cannot factorise this using the method I showed in the last video because there's a coefficient before the x squared. The method won't work. So, there are a couple ways of doing this, but I was taught and I use what I like to term the middle term split. So your step number 1 will be multiply 2 by the 6, and that's going to give us 12. So you simply multiply the 2 by the 6, so the number before the x squared by the end number. So your new expression will now give 2x squared plus 7x plus 12. Right, so you're now in the situation where you can kind of do the similar thing that you did before. So you want two numbers, which the product gives that, and the sum gives that. So we know, if we write that down, 12, we know that that will now give, so you've got 6 and 2, minus 6 and minus 2, minus 12 and minus 1, you've got 12 and 1, sorry, I'll write them all down, you've got 3 and 4, minus 3 and 4, right, I think that's all of them, minus 3 and minus 4, sorry. So now you've listed down all your factors. If we go through them, that's not going to work, that won't work, that won't work, that won't work, that will work. So now we have our two numbers. Now you can't simply just write them in, this is not how the method works. You do what is called, you split the middle. So you now rewrite 2x squared plus 7x plus 12 as your two numbers that you just got, like that. And then now you change the 12 back to a 6, the original number. So now you've ended up splitting the middle term basically, so you can treat them as two separate expressions almost. Right, so now we can factorise the bit on the left just on its own. So what we can do is we can take out 2x, and that will be x, that will be 2. The thing on the bracket must be the same on both sides, so you've now got another x plus 2 here. Something times x plus 2 gives 3x plus 6. Well, that must equal 3. So you've got the one factor in the brackets, and your other factor is that and that. So your factors are 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. Both of those equal 0. We can now solve 2x plus 3. And that will give us, due to this, we know that 2x equals minus 3, and that x must therefore equal minus 3 over 2, and x plus 2 equals 0, so x must equal minus 2. And there we have it, our two solutions, and you simply plot that on the graph the same way. It doesn't matter if there is a 2 in front of it, it does not make a difference. We have our second example now. It will be 3x squared minus 10x plus plus 8. So we're going to do our first rule, which is 3 times 8. Let's go as 24. So we rewrite that as 3x squared minus 10x at 24. Now we have obtained this. We do our same rule, so we get our product, we get our sum. So our product, I'm just going to save the time here. The two numbers that multiply to give that is going to be minus 6 and minus 4. You guys would know that anyway. Having watched the previous video, I'm sure you're very familiar with that method. So now we've got this, we split the middle term. That's what we call it, middle term split. So now we have 3x squared minus 6x minus 4x. And we change the term back to original, which is 8. No, it doesn't matter which way around I write these and these, you're still going to get a solution on the left. It's going to work. Right, so then, because of that, we factorise the bit on the left first. Obviously you have to take into account the negative. So you're going to factorise out 3x, and we're going to write that as x minus 2. And as we know that the bit on the left must be x minus 2 here, and the bit on the outside must give that, so I believe it will be minus 4. So now our two factors are 3x plus, sorry, let's get rid of that. Our two factors are now 3x minus 4 and x minus 2, therefore 3x, and that must equal 0, sorry, 3x equals 4, for x must equal 4 over 3, and x must therefore equal 2. There are two solutions. So once again, there's a new example of the midterm split. Obviously, it's a little bit harder than the other method, but you know, it's a way they might catch you out in the exam. So just keep that in mind when you're doing the questions. Yep, I hope that helps.